Assalamu alaikum. I am Tuba Idris and I am your biology tutor. So far, we have covered carbohydrates, and today I am going to break down a very important concept of biochemistry, that is reducing sugars and non-reducing sugars. Okay, let's start by its definition. What is a reducing sugar? A reducing sugar is a sugar that changes bending solution from blue to green, yellow, orange, or red when heated. The actual color of bending solution is blue. When we heated the bending solution with reducing sugars, it changes its color. It may be a green, yellow, orange, or red. So the color actually depends on the concentration of sugar or bending solution. Okay. So, and how it different from non-reducing sugar? Here is a definition of non-reducing sugar. A non-reducing sugar does not change the bending solution color. So, when we heated the bending solution with non-reducing sugar, what happened? It's still blue. The color of the bending solution doesn't change. So, the example of reducing sugar is glucose, fructose, lactose, maltose, or lactose. Okay, all these are reducing sugars, while the non-reducing sugar is a sucrose. Sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. Okay, so now I am going to deep dive into the concept of reducing. Why some sugars are reducing and while others are not reducing. There are some factors that contribute into to change its color. Okay, so reducing sugars actually contain a free carbonyl group. So free carbonyl groups are aldehyde or ketone. These are two free carbonyl groups. This free group can donate electrons, and it donate electrons to another compound. So when we heated the bending solution with the sugar, reducing sugar means suppose glucose donates electron to the copper. And from where copper comes, it actually bending solution contain copper. So reducing sugar donates electron to the copper that is present in the bending solution, and it becomes reduced. So basically, reducing sugar are oxidized itself and reduce the other uh, um, ion. Like here, it reduce the copper. So and it form copper oxide forms. When it oxidize the copper, then it color changes. Blue blending solution change from blue to red. So it means the glucose is a reducing sugar. If it doesn't change, like here, when we glucose, when we sucrose heated with the bending solution, it doesn't change its color and it's still blue. It means it is a non-reducing sugar. Okay, so why and here now we are going to discuss why is sucrose non-reducing sugar. Sucrose is made up of two monosaccharides. Sucrose is actually a disaccharide. Okay, and when two monosaccharide and glucose plus fructose are bonded with each other through a glycosidic bond. So when glucose and fructose join, their reactive carbon atoms form a glycosidic bond, and their free reducing groups become occupied. So they have no free carbonyl groups. They bind with each other and become occupied. So no free carbonyl groups remains. Therefore, no free reducing group. It cannot donate electrons, and copper ion is not reduced. and so no red precipitate forms. So that is the reason behind the concept of reducing sugar and non-reducing sugar. Okay, so here you can see Benedict test result. Blue can be changed into green, yellow, orange, or red and brown. So here more reducing sugar means more red precipitate. If the concentration of reducing sugar is less, so it will be green. When we increase the concentration of reducing sugar, then its colors change from green to yellow, yellow to orange, and ultimately red. Okay. So here I have added some diagrams just to visualize you how reducing sugar changes its color. You can see here it is a sample solution, means it contains sugar, reducing sugar. Okay. When we add the Benedict solution into the reducing sugar and then heat it for 3 to 5 minutes in a water bath. This is a water bath. Okay. And now you can see it changes into red. So color changes, it means it is a positive result. So you can see here color changes and meaning. In blue, no, here we have no non-reducing sugar. When it changes into a green, it means very low concentration of reducing sugar. And when it comes to yellow, means more than from green, but it's having low concentration of reducing sugar, but a little more from green. Okay, and means if it is a 1 mg reducing sugar, maybe it have one yellow have 1.5 mg. So here it has 2 mg sugar. It may be 3 mg of here 5 mg. Because when we increase the concentration of reducing sugar, its colors also changes. So here I have an added diagram of non-reducing sugar. We have a sample solution and it contains sucrose, that is in non-reducing. So when we add a Benedict solution and then heat it in a boiling water bath for 3 to 5 minutes, its colors doesn't change. Okay. So here is a diagram where you can see why sucrose are non-reducing sugar. You can see here this is a glucose and this is a fructose. So and they have a free carbonyl groups. But when they combine with each other, they form a glycosidic bond. Now they have no free carbonyl groups, so they can't donate the electrons. When they form a glycosidic bond, they become non-reducing sugars. So today this is we have tried to understand the concept of reducing sugar and non-reducing sugars. I hope you have understand it well. If there is any query or any question, you can ask me in the comment section. I will reply you back. Thank you very much.